Hey viewers, I recently bought this Sora rear derailleur here on eBay, and overall it's in pretty good shape. A little bit of scrapes here and there, but the main issue is the cage here. It's pointing at the wrong angle. It's because the little tension spring in there has slipped, and so I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is pry this little cover out here. And so I have like a little dental tool with a sharp point on it. You might be able to use like the tip of a knife or maybe like a pin or something. But what I'm going to do is I want to try to pry this little cover out. So I'm going to kind of get in the side here, poke in there, and kind of lift it up a little bit. And then go to the other side and try to lift it up a little bit. I'm kind of walk it out a little bit. Try not to scratch it too badly. They don't make it really easy to get out. Then when I get it somewhat out there, then I'm going to try to just grab it with some needle-nose pliers, kind of grip it and pull it out there like that. So there's a lot of dirt and stuff in there like that. Now looking in this little hole here, it's kind of hard to see in the video here, but there's the top of a post that's attached to this cage here. If I push up on this cage here a little bit, I can see the top of the post move there. And around the top of this post, there's a slot, and in that slot is a little C-clip. So pushing up on this is going to release pressure on the C-clip, and I'm then using a small screwdriver. I can rotate that C-clip around until the opening is facing out. It's kind of hard to see in here, but when I get the C-clip out, you'll be able to see what it looks like there. And so to hold the derailleur, I'm going to use just a vise here with some soft jaws, and I'm just going to very loosely clamp this in here, just enough to kind of hold this while I'm trying to push that C-clip out like this. So it's kind of holding in there. And then what we use is just two small screwdrivers here. So what I'm going to do is try to push each side of that C-clip down with these small screwdrivers there, and just try to get it out of there and release that post. Okay, and after I've gotten that C-clip out, then I can pull this down and release it there. And there's the spring. And then I can retrieve the C-clip out of the body of the derailleur there. And so there's the C-clip there. And so now I can remove the spring from here and try to remember which side went in which direction here. One thing I notice is the diameter of the spring is a smaller diameter than this part over there. So the smaller diameter is the part that goes down towards the cage there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean up all these parts and get ready to put it back together. Okay, so I'm ready to start putting this thing back together again. I cleaned up all the parts the best I could. The pulleys didn't clean it very well. It looks like some sort of like tar or something on there. It's not grease. I tried cleaning that off and it didn't come off, but they turned nice and smoothly on there. I lubed the bearings in there. So anyway, what I'm going to do is this post here, I'm going to put a little bit of marine grease on there so it's all nice and lubed up in there. And just kind of put it around there like that. And I'm going to put a little bit on the spring too, because it's in there, so it's going to be rubbing against things, so might as well have like a coating of grease on it as well. Like that. And again, the smaller diameter here, it's tapered down here to a smaller diameter. The smaller part is going to go down here, so this little tip of the spring here is going to go down into this hole right here. So I'll just slide that down into place like that, and that'll just sit in there like that. And I can go ahead and put a little bit of grease just around in here. What the heck, so everything turns nice and smoothly in here. And the tip of this spring here is going to go into a hole in here. And so I kind of get that lined up, and I can kind of rotate it around till it gets seated in there. And so there it gets seated like that. So now what I want to do is I want to rotate this cage counterclockwise relative to the body here. until this little stopper pin right here goes past this little stopper part here. So I'll rotate this around until it goes past that, like this. Then I'll push the cage all the way in like this, so it's fully seated into the body like that. So now, and I'm going to hold this in like this, and so I can see the little slot in the top of that post there. So now I got this little C-clip here. I'm going to slide this in and then try to push this and snap it into place. And then when it snaps into place, then you're all set there. So now all I have to do is take this little plastic clip that I pulled out, and it goes in a particular way, so you can see like the slope of the derailleur matches the slope of the thing there. And also, I don't think you can put it in the other way because it's just not going to fit. But so I'll snap this into place like that, and so now I got it all back together. I don't think the spring slipped in there. What I think happened was that this little stopper here actually slid past the other stopper there. It looks like maybe this little stopper down here is a bit worn. So it may go by there. But once I have this thing mounted on a bike with a chain, then it's not really a concern anyway. So anyway, I hope you found it useful or interesting. If you did, please give my video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click the little icon over there. You go in and subscribe. You see new videos that come out. I'm over on Facebook, RJ the Bike Guy. Go over there, like my page. I post a lot of stuff over there. And I have a webpage, rjthebikeguy.com. Go over there, sign up for that page. I have my videos categorized. I have some forums where you can ask questions. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.